guys? Today we're talking to James Orr. He's an engineer, he's a musician. He also runs his own business, which is a cab company that runs all their cars on French fry oil. He's a pretty cool dude. How did you find out what you are great at?
My life has been a series of ladder rungs, steps. I went to college. I started taking classes. I had no idea what I wanted to do. The next thing I knew, I was taking Calc 3. And then I was just like, oh, what's the next step? That's how I fell into my engineering degree. Step by step, I'm just like, oh, I'm here. It's really taken me on this path that I never would have thought.
Life is like a ladder. We're all in a hurry to get to the tippy top and get to whatever our goal is, but the reality is you have to take it one step at a time. Always be patient and just keep climbing because one thing leads to another. Look at James, he's talking all that sciencey mumbo jumbo he got into, and that ended up leading him to music. And then that led him to owning his own business.
I had played my very first show. That led to another show. That led to me trying to find less expensive ways to tour. Thus, my very first vegetable oil powered Mercedes.
Yeah. Going on a drive with James Orr and a sweet ride.
Step by step, I have always been like, oh, here I am. What's next? I use engineering in everything that I do. I don't have your typical 9-to-5 engineering job. I still, to this day, use those building blocks when I'm converting engines to run on French fry oil, when I'm problem solving. My one passion, in all honesty, I just like to make things. I have a lot of plates spinning.
You know what it's like to have a lot going on, and that's never really gonna change, but you have to think about all that stuff like spinning plates. Sometimes they have momentum, they just go on their own, but other ones you gotta give a little oomph to, a little extra spin to keep things in balance. How do you recover when a plate drops?
My goal is to try to just barely keep it spinning until I have enough attention on that. Like, I've learned how to run a taxi company. And you start a business, you have these ideas of how it's gonna work. And then all of a sudden, someone comes and throws your plate on the ground. You catch it and get it started. You just keep it going. There's been times with Recap where I've said, all right, we're here. I need to make money, so I need to go and tour and play music. And so Recap, you're on the back burner. There have been certain points where we've limped along. But at that point, you have two choices. Do you throw in the towel and say, I'm done? Or do you keep it spinning until you have more resources to take care of it? One of your biggest, strongest suits is perseverance. I mean, during that time, I remember telling a lot of people, it's not how many times you get knocked down, but it's how many times you get back up.
Persevere means to keep on going towards some kind of goal or achievement that you want to get, and nothing is going to stop you because you want it so badly.
To persevere means to keep pushing through. It means to keep working and to keep going no matter what gets thrown at you and no matter how hard life gets.
If you give up, you're never gonna know what's gonna happen next.
More importantly than that, it's about continuously telling the doubt you have in your mind and the little things you think that hold you back that you can overcome them.
I think to persevere means to push through anything no matter how hard it is or how many obstacles there are.
How would you like to be remembered?
I want to be very successful while doing something good. Be that something good for the environment. I do want a legacy. I don't want to get to the end of my life and think, what have I done with it?
And that's what we're all afraid of, right? That we won't be remembered, that we won't do anything for the future, we'll just be forgotten. But the truth is, you're building your legacy today by taking advantage of what's ahead of you, by going out there and getting things done. Each day you live, today, tomorrow, every time you're climbing that ladder, you're building your legacy.